finished a tour.
Workout music.
Yeah, so we were talking about.
Someone asked about my workout music. What I personally like to listen to is Disturbed, Metallica. Someone said they guessed that I like to listen to rock, heavy metal, and that's correct. Every now and then I like to listen to Skrillex. And Glitch Mob. If you don't know those are kind of I guess alternative type groups. Look them up. Cindy said she
took Zumba here.
That's funny.
I taught all kinds of stuff.
Cindy is way past Zumba now. She's way more hardcore than Zumba.
Actually, though, Emma that's teaching Zumba.
Yeah, nothing against Zumba.
No,
Zumba's great.
But Emma taught here one time. She used to teach here in the mornings.
Yes.
Zumba. And that might have been what she's talking about.
Yeah, shout out to Emma. Emma's doing a great job. We do have Zumba at Total Fitness now, so it's free for members. So if you want to take classes at Total Fitness, that's completely free to take. You can come take Zumba for free if you're a member. If you're not a member, you can pay $5 guest pass and still take Zumba. So come on up if you want to take some Zumba.
And you can always come take Taekwondo too.
Yes.
Taekwondo, MMA. On the high octane place, Jason and I try to work together because we're all about fitness wherever you need to get it in at.
Right.
Some people, one thing that's a benefit here is when you walk in the door, we're going to provide your motivation. Jason does that real well, especially with Team Total Fitness. So either place you go, we're going to motivate you. On my workout music, I like 1980s rock, like Queensryche and Guns N' Roses and Poison and Slaughter and I like that.
Yeah,
and then I also listen to old school 80s gangster rap. So
I think that's what Jimmy Hicks listens to. Jimmy used to listen to gangster rap when he work out?
I thought Jimmy said...
Jimmy doesn't work out anymore. He just kind of does cardio.
I think Jimmy said he listens to Queen, though, mostly.
Okay.
He's mostly listening to Queen. Not Queensryche, but
yeah,
Queen.
I know, yeah.
So how much is it for
He's
Taekwondo?
not defending himself
It depends on the program. I usually do tell people because... The industry standard in West Tennessee now is anywhere from $175 to $200 a month. We're only $95 a month.
Yeah, you give me a really good deal.
So, we're still like
$19.95, yeah.
$19.99, $2,000 price range for martial arts, but it's because we enjoy doing it, and I want to make it affordable for everybody. Yeah. Ray Bird's on here. He did fight. Want to come fight bad? You fight, man. You had good hands.
And the thing I liked about what I took from you is it's the real deal. I mean, there's some martial arts places. I know we've talked about this that, not that you're. I mean, I'm sure you're learning something beneficial, but I felt the skills that I learned with you. I mean, it was that I could apply in real life if I ever needed to defend myself. So
yeah, well, I mean, the traditional Taekwondo, I mentioned this in I think the first episode we did, can be applicable in real life. It just takes a little longer to master to the level you can use it. And then so we do the MMA that does have jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing components, and it's a little more practical, quicker. Like you can utilize it a little faster for actual self-defense. So, everybody depending on their skill level or fitness level or what their goals are may pick Taekwondo versus MMA. I recommend you do both of them. We have programs you do both. I've done both now for a long time. But everybody's different, But, man, I'm going to tell you, look, I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if her dad wants me to yet, but there's a cop I used to work with. She started Monday. She's 11. His 11-year-old daughter started MMA. She's freaking a beast, man. Like, I put her against my boy for this takedown drill. This was Monday. She just started.
She beat him.
Oh, man. She was, like, pounding my kid. And his buddy, they're both, like, 12 and 13.
Yeah.
And this chick was just wearing them out. So, I mean, the great thing about martial arts is just like your place working out is, man, woman, it don't matter. You put in the work, you're going to get, some good results.
Yeah, anytime you put in the effort, I mean, you can do whatever you want as long as you're putting in the time.
Brian wants to kick a turtle.
Hey, somebody said on my feed that they used to take like an aerobic kickboxing. You still do that?
Man, at one time I was teaching like 24 of those a week. Cardio, we call it cardio karate.
Yeah.
It's aerobic kickboxing.
Yeah,
like
that's right. Yeah.
But I'm so busy with the law firm, and then up here, I'm barely able to teach up here. I need to. I tell you what, it kept me in good shape.
Yeah.
I'm 247 now, and I think I was about 187 back when I was teaching that. Where's your turtle suit? Turtle.
I think he's talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Tom Wright said it was the best money that his parents ever spent. Well, I appreciate that, Tom. We do have a turtle suit, but it's not here.
Yeah, he's...
and then what's the cost for MMA? It's the same, Ray. It's $95. Like the base program for Taekwondo or MMA is $95. So, and then it's $10 for a second family member. So if you want to add a family member, it's $10.
Great investment.
That's it. So, And then Brian is all about Ninja Turtles. It's great.
Yeah.
So anyway,
DUIs.
Well, here what the reason I put DUIs was this. So a lot of the guys commented, and Brian actually is smarter than I am. He can probably tell you.
Chime in, Brian.
They had questions about employment law issues, and I think I saw one or two of the guys join in here. I do not do employment law. Like, we have a guy that we're buddies with, we refer to. Brian can do it. Brian Huffman is my partner, if you don't know him. He's an a-hole most of the time on this kind of stuff, but he's actually a lot smarter than me.
He said, indeed I am.
And was my mentor, and still is. I still, for whatever reason, want to emulate him. I don't know why. But anyway, he's real smart. So he could probably handle some of the employment law, but the questions you guys are asking, we're getting into stuff I just don't feel comfortable giving you information on. But I will tell you about DUIs, because I'm the DUI guy.
Don't drink and drive.
Number one is, like my video said on the passing the drug test, is don't do drugs. And of course, if you don't drink and drive, it helps. Although, some people are kind of jacked up anyway and kind of seem like they're intoxicated when they're not. So maybe they...
I don't know any people like that, do you?
Anyway, I think it's important that you keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, the number one rule I say, Brian and I have different opinions on this too. First of all, you got to look at it from the cop's perspective. I got a video on this, by the way, if you're really interested in DUI.
Yeah, I've seen this really good video.
My Kickin
Go to his
Lawyer
YouTube page.
YouTube, and it's got a DUI video. Anyway, I'll let you. I won't give the meat. You can review most of that. But the biggest thing is, I say don't give blood, man. If you don't give blood and they ask, they have a right to try to pull your license for a year. Yeah. But I say number one is don't give them any extra evidence. Don't lie to them, but don't admit stuff. They say, hey, how much have you had to drink? Don't feel like you got to tell them. No, it's don't get caught.
Yeah, that sounds like something Brian would say.
That's Brian's advice.
And Cindy said, stop talking about me on live feed. Okay, Cindy Ralph, we'll stop.
Let's not bust anybody out. You tell the cops where she's at. Yeah, but anyway, you got specific questions. So just so you know, when you guys direct your comments, because I really appreciate, we got a lot of comments on what people wanted us to talk about. But when you direct your comments, like I do a lot of criminal defense work, and I do a lot of family law and custody stuff. So if it's about like getting them kids back or getting rid of that ball and chain or getting out of jail and stuff, I can help you. I do have some experience with business consulting, but a lot of those for like specific questions, I refer to either Brian or Jeremy Armstrong, who's a great attorney that works with us, or somebody else. So I'm not gonna give you specifics. I appreciate the questions on employment law, but I really don't know without looking it up, and I don't have time. So maybe Brian can. He can go and look, but. What else?
High rep versus low rep. Brandon Spray asked about that.
That's all you.
That is a very good question. A lot of people ask that when it comes to weightlifting. It really depends on your goals. So kind of the rule of thumb is if you're an endurance athlete, like I have some triathletes that I work with or distance runners. What did Brian say? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. If you're an endurance athlete, then obviously you're going to want to do higher reps. And that's the only benefit for that is endurance, not necessarily muscle building or increasing strength. But now, like if you're like a bodybuilder or somebody that's wanting to enhance their physique with increased muscle mass, the reps are going to be more like 8 to 12. Okay, so that's going to be kind of your rep range there if that is your goal, is to enhance your physique. Now, if you're wanting to just purely increase strength, get stronger, or if you're wanting to compete in powerlifting or something like that, it's going to be lower reps, like anywhere from 1 to 4 reps. So you're loading up as much weight as possible and just doing 1 to 4 reps, increasing strength. And if you're doing physique enhancement, it would be more like 8 to 12 reps, as much weight as possible for that repetition range. And anything above that is only if you were like an endurance athlete or something.
When you have them come in though, like if they do Team Total Fitness, you give them, you do like an assessment, right?
Yes.
And decide how they need to have their program set up.
Yeah, we discuss their goals and everything. So if it is somebody that's an endurance athlete, then I'll set their program up that way. Or if they're, I just want to get strong. I want to, or I've even had people wanting to compete in powerlifting competitions. So. In that case, we'd set them up that way. But yeah, I actually set up a specific workout plan that includes those details, like the repetition ranges and things like that. So
cool. Yeah, and it works too. Like I told you guys in one of the other feeds, is I got stronger than I've ever gotten. There was a year, pretty much a solid year, that I did every workout Jason did. And of course, I didn't do the weights he did because he's stronger than me. But I did the same type of workouts, and I got stronger than I've ever gotten. I still, like, on my deadlift, I'm real proud of it because it's pretty good for.
Oh, yeah, you have a really strong deadlift.
For anybody, but it's not as strong as his. But I was trying to hang with him, and I think for normal folks it was pretty good. It helped me a lot in fighting too, because power, any skills that you can improve can help regardless of the sport you're doing. And in my last MMA fight, I think it helped because I was so strong. It was good because the dude was like freaking 400 pounds.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was.
But anyway, speaking of that, Michael Green says, "Who wins in a lights out, not sanctioned loser leave down match between the Mason brothers?" And then Brian said Josh wins. My little brother Josh. So that's great. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all can comment what you think. If you know me and my brothers, who would win? Justin,
Justin's probably going to shoot everybody.
Well, I pick on Justin. We pick on him.
Yeah.
But actually, Justin had more potential in martial arts than I ever did.
Yeah.
He just didn't stick with it, because Justin's all in. So he's either a hunter or a bodybuilder or a biker. Bull rider or a biker, or so he can't do. Yeah. He couldn't do like me and be a lawyer and a martial arts guy. Yeah. So, but anyway,
that's okay. Everybody's got their own personality. Yeah. Best 80s. Oh, did you have anything more to say about that?
No, that's all you, man. I know what. Like I've always kind of done consistently the 8 to 12 rep deal, but it depends. I kind of mix it up personally, but everybody's different.
Yeah.
But I try to do like you. Jason's real big on. Of course, that's part of the reason he's so muscular is he does heavyweight. What do you think about that, just in general? Heavyweight versus lightweight, or Well, and let me tell you why I'm asking. I used to there was a bodybuilder, Lee Priest. Mm-hmm. And I think he was like the low weight, high rep ideal. And of course, he was massive. And then you got guys like Ronnie Coleman that are squatting 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. Well, Ronnie Coleman is an anomaly in bodybuilding. He came from a powerlifting background, so and he's just a freak. I mean, there's really no one like Ronnie Coleman, and most bodybuilders don't lift like Ronnie Coleman. Because, like I said, he was a power lifter before he was a bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. But then, when you talk about whether it's heavyweight or lightweight, when I say 8 to 12 repetitions, like if I'm doing 8 repetitions, it's as much weight as possible. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be able to get that 9th rep. So you're always going to go as heavy as possible, again, unless you're an endurance athlete. But even Lee Priest and those guys, they would focus more on that 8 to 12 repetition range. Sometimes, he would knock out, some guys would knock out like high reps to start out with, mm-hmm. Maybe 20 reps on squats, but then they're gonna increase the weight and go down in reps. So all the, my degree is in exercise science, and of course there's always exceptions. There's people with just incredible genetics, but most of the studies have shown that muscle growth occurs the best in that 8 to 12 repetition range. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, strength improves the most in that lower repetition range, like 1 to 4 repetitions. So, mm-hmm. Anything above 12 is going to be your endurance. It's going to really improve your endurance, which, like in MMA and stuff, that's crucial. You want to be powerful and explosive.
Yeah,
you got to be able to survive, for however many rounds it's lasting and however long each round is. So.
Yeah, and in survive, you in MMA, we train to build a quick twitch muscle response and increase the amount of adenine triphosphate they have. So and try to force the body to recuperate that ATP faster, so that they're able to perform and move explosively for a longer period of time. So that's a big focus, and if you can increase the strength threshold in that maximum efficiency, that's really great for MMA. Yeah. But anyway, who was the humongous builder that was Ronnie Coleman? He wasn't a Memphis cop though.
Yeah, he was a police
Dallas
officer.
Or something, wasn't it? Like Dallas or Fort Worth or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember where he was a cop at, but yeah, he was.
There's some videos of him going,
woo! Yeah, and eating chicken in his chicken and rice.
He liked chicken. And then he says, what was it he said all the time?
Lightweight,
yeah, lightweight, baby, woo, lightweight. And he's like, 400 pounds of solid muscle, throwing like he's deadlifting like a grand, squatting like 900 pounds, lightweight, baby. No wonder he had to get big.
He had that high pitched voice, just like Jerry did.
Hey, is Josh still on here, my brother?
Hey, wait, we got a question about the weight before we move on.
Go ahead.
So Mary wants to know, I see people increasing weight during their sets. Is it better to increase weight at the beginning of your sets or like on your last set? So what you're probably seeing is one of a couple of things. Sometimes people warm up. So, like let's say they're doing squats, they might, the first set, just do 135, and, that's really not their working weight. That's just more, they're going to do the first 2 sets as more of a warm up. and then they'll actually get to their working weight, the sets that they're going to do their actual working sets with. Or you might be seeing someone doing what's called pyramiding, which the best way to do it would be to start out light and to increase your weight as you're moving along. So a lot of people will pyramid, and sometimes they'll even pyramid as they increase the weight, they lower the repetitions. So if you're going to increase, I would suggest you do it that you start out lighter and you increase it as the workout goes on.
And Brian's asking if squats help you in a DUI. I think it depends.
Never tried that.
If your skirt is low enough, I think that increases the likelihood that it would assist you. Maybe not. Jeremy just joined. I was talking about you earlier, Jeremy. You'll have to scroll through the 15 minutes to see where I was talking about how great you are. But anyway, and I see some Taekwondo people that got on here too. It's good. Hey, by the way, on the Taekwondo stuff or on Total Fitness, we do a deal where if you call and mention the Savage Hour, you get a discount.
Yes.
So if you call into either of our, and of course this playback, I'm recording it on another monitor too, so that the playback is available on YouTube. If there's anything you actually want to listen to, like the marijuana one got a lot of attention that we did last time, but I couldn't get it to record. So if you didn't see it live, guess you missed out. Well,
I think it's posted. Is it not posted on our Facebook?
Oh, I mean, it's on the face. I think they can go back and watch the Facebook pages, but it's not on the YouTube. But if you mention you call into Total Fitness or to High Octane Martial Arts and you mention you've seen it, then you do get a discount. So that's cool. So I love muscle confusion. Yeah, we do that. We do too. The same thing we do in. Of course, they do in CrossFit. Your favorite.
No such thing.
You're a big fan, aren't you? A big fan
of muscle confusion.
You don't like muscle confusion?
There's no such thing.
We might talk about that more next time.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that. Folks be liking the weed is what Brian said.
Yeah, but Brian didn't watch the last one. Let's go. Josh, I guess, is not on here, but Josh should have asked, what is the best 1980s action film? And
Conan.
He says Conan, and Conan's good now.
And Predator.
There's a lot of quotes, but I think Predator's probably my favorite. Both of them.
Well, Conan was what probably had me wanting for years to be a bodybuilder. Mm-hmm. I never did pursue it until later in my adult life.
Long-haired, half-naked dudes.
Well, no, because I wanted to be a long-haired, half-naked dude. But I couldn't.
You got it halfway.
I messed up on the hair.
You got it halfway though. Halfway right.
Yeah. But Predator's a really good one too, man. I mean,
they both have really good quotes though.
Yeah, and Arnold.
Anything that's got Arnold in it. I mean, I think we're both children of sort of the 80s there with the movies.
Yeah.
They really had a big influence, I think, on both of us. But Alex says Rambo, and then Jeremy said that his muscles got confused last time that he drank the beers. So muscle confusion must not help with the DUIs, I guess. That's what he's trying to say. Suburban Commando.
Somebody asked.
That was Hulk, wasn't it? Wasn't that Hulk Hogan?
Ben said he likes supersets, and then Mary wants to know what are supersets. Supersets are.
You wear a cape when you do supersets?
No. Supersets are like, let's just say that you're doing two different body parts, like maybe you're doing. Cindy said they're death. Yeah, they can be. So you could take like chest and triceps. You could go over and do a set on the bench press, Mary. And so let's say that you do 10 reps on the bench press, and then you're going to go over and do tricep push downs on the cable machine. And you're going to do that with no rest. So you'll hit bench press, then go right over and do tricep push downs with no rest. And then you'll actually have your rest. And so it's almost like one big set. You're doing your chest exercise and your tricep, or it could be two chest exercises. It could be that you're doing bench press and then cable flies with no rest in between the two exercises. And then you would take a rest and then repeat it. So that would be a superset, 2 exercises in one, basically. And Suzanne just said glutes. My wife just said glutes.
She just likes glutes.
She likes glutes, evidently.
Yeah, I was right. Apparently,
yeah, Suzanne, you have some nice glutes.
Apparently, Hulk Hogan was in Suburban Commando, and I don't know that I saw that movie, and I don't think I'll ever see that movie.
Suburban Commando?
Yeah, I think it was like an old. Maybe
now,
Jeremy's younger.
There was a Commando that had Arnold in it. I mean,
that's the old Commando. That's straight up.
Yeah,
Commando.
That was just Commando.
He's talking about Suburban Commando, which I think is like. I don't think it was an Arnold movie. Commando was. See, Bradley's got it wrong too. Suburban Commando, I think. Was it really an Arnold movie? Somebody Google it.
I've never heard of Suburban. I've heard of Commando.
It's Suburban Commando.
And it was okay.
I've seen Commando.
Yeah.
And I think Suburban Commando had Hulk Hogan in it. Y'all got me confused. Got me messed up.
Yeah.
And Michael Green likes Delta Force with Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I never
Who
was
you
much
got,
of
Chuck
a
Norris, Bruce Lee, or Chuck Norris? I mean, Michael Green. You got Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris?
Bruce Lee all day.
He always dogs with me on the Bruce Lee. So we're in a
yeah. Brad said Commando was the one with Arnold, not the other one.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, somebody give us something else on the best 1980s movie.
Oh, Suzanne was just stating that she supersets her workouts with glutes and abs sometimes. Yep, that's a really good one.
Right. Yeah, I got it right. Hulk Hogan.
Because everybody wants glutes and abs. You know,
glutes and abs.
Yeah,
it's all in the kitchen though.
And it's in both. It's in all three actually. I tell people that if you want to get the body that you want, it's like a puzzle, and you got to have all pieces of the puzzle. And the pieces of the puzzle are cardio, weight training, and nutrition. And you have to have all three if you want the whole picture. So
and sleep.
Yeah, and sleep too.
You got to get sleep.
Something that we don't get.
No. Speaking of which, again, the reason we're doing this on Wednesday instead of Thursday is I'm leaving at 3 a.m. to go to Chattanooga for a DUI conference so that I can get you idiots out of DUIs better. Excuse me. But I'll be gone that Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday we have our Taekwondo team is going to a tournament in Jackson, Tennessee. So good luck to them. Team High Octane will be in Jackson, Tennessee. I will leave from Chattanooga to go to Jackson to support all those guys and be there for that. So good luck to those guys.
Yes. Yeah, no cheese, man. You can't have. It's not on your plan. You can have the chicken. I know you're lactose intolerant, but no cheese.
Cheese.
You're just gonna have to forget about that.
I'm gonna two other things I'll mention. Then we can talk about the one that we were gonna maybe cross off since we got time. We can talk about it, unless they've got something else they want us to talk about.
We're gonna cross.
Gremlins is actually good though. Dude's talking about Gremlins.
Yeah, you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, what does that say?
No.
I can't read it.
What fan page?
Well, that too, but no, the one. I can't read your writing. You write like a doctor. Yes, that one.
Talk about that, okay.
Yeah, so one thing real quick. If you are a lady, or you think you're a lady, I mean, nowadays it doesn't matter, I guess. I have a Sharp seminar I'm teaching on November 18th here at High Octane Martial Arts from 12 to 2. It's for ladies. Sharp stands for Sexual Harassment, Assault, and Rape Prevention. So if you're a rapey guy, you don't need to come. But if you want to learn how to defend against rapey guys, or if you're married to a rapey guy, or if you know a rapey guy, you know a guy, you should probably come.
What are you gonna do if a guy shows up that's a rapey guy but says that he identifies himself as a woman?
Use him as my volunteer. He can be my training partner. And then also Saturday, there's another business that I consulted for them for a little while, and now I'm more of a customer than anything because I collect a bunch of comic books because I'm a big nerd. But anyway, they're having a Halloween comic fest. It's Hall of Heroes in Ripley, Tennessee this Saturday. A lot of people don't even know it's there. It's on the square. It's a really good independently owned business. If you guys have kids, you get free comic books for it. But it's a really good place to go. They're really good folks. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're supposed to talk about that. So, but anyway, if you're not busy Saturday, you're not coming to the tournament, you can wear a costume. They'll give you some free comic books and stuff, and it's on the square Saturday in Ripley, Tennessee. So.
Awesome. Yeah, we got a lot of members in Ripley. I have a lot of members.
Yeah, I've got a lot of members from there.
Yeah.
And then Halloween, of course, is Tuesday. We're doing a trunk or treat here. Are you doing anything special? They wear costumes and work out?
I think that, Jeffrey, Abigail, and I are going to dress up as something. So
you know what yet? Is it a surprise?
No, I don't know yet. I haven't really thought it out much. So maybe I'll dress up as Conan.
I'll probably be up here with our trunk or treat. You'll be Conan, and Suzanne's going to be the chick on the cover of the box by your leg.
That's right, yeah. That's it. And she said we're going to walk around like that, too.
Jeremy says October is DV Awareness Month. Exactly. I'm just missing it slightly because it's in November, but simply stay off the elliptical.
Suzanne says she's done the Sharp. I remember she did that a long time ago. She did the Sharp seminar with you. She said it was very helpful.
Did you enjoy it, Suzanne?
She did, yeah.
And then Jeremy says he needs to know how to keep his hips from hurting on the elliptical.
Ben suggested I'm a bear for Halloween. So.
On the elliptical, is that how you do it?
What's that?
Jeremy wants to know how to keep his hips from hurting on the elliptical. I need to know how to keep my hips from hurting on the elliptical.
Come see me, Jeremy.
And are you going to rub him down?
No. I'll make sure he's doing something where his hips don't hurt. Yeah, it could be that form of cardio is hurting your hips. So if that's the case, then we need to put you on something else, like maybe the recumbent bike. So, yeah, I can look at your mechanics, and when you're on the elliptical, then we can look to see if you're doing something wrong, or maybe that's just you have an injury, and that's the elliptical is agitating it, and then we'll have to switch to something else. So.
Bradley loves Hall of Heroes. Bradley likes comic books too, like me. We're both big guys. Don't talk smack about comic book nerds. It's bad. We've got a lot of them.
So somebody had said something about in business, customer satisfaction, how do you basically make everybody happy?
Yeah, and hey, y'all comment on this one too, because I mean, it can be. We're talking about we're in service industries, both of
Yes.
us. He's in a service business, and both my businesses are service businesses. So the question is, somebody asked in one of the feeds for us to talk about how to try to satisfy everybody. Like customer service. It's really hard to do. And Jason's had a deal. He's had some conflict in his, and you can. We were talking about it earlier.
Oh
today,
yeah, I mean,
when it was working out.
Well, the thing is, anytime you have a gym, I mean, there's an atmosphere where there's different people. There's different people with different goals, people with different taste in music. That's a big thing is music, man. I never realized how much, how many different opinions there are. And it seems to be two groups. I mean, I've got at my gym, I have some very serious lifters, and of course, they like to listen to rock. I like to listen to rock. Mm-hmm. So, and of course, I have rock stations. But then there's other people that don't care for that at all, and really they're annoyed by that type of music. They want to listen to like pop music. And so the nice thing about the new gym, what's really cool, is I have it set up into two different venues, more or less. The front is more of kind of a soft area where we play pop music. That's where all the cardio equipment is. That's where all of your selectorized machines are. And then in the back, where it's a little bit harder of an area, we've got the squat racks and the bench presses and all the free weights and plate loaded machines. We play rock music back there. So, and of course, one thing that's been very difficult too, we use Comcast for our music selection, is finding a station that has that's censored, basically, that doesn't have bad language in it.
F-bombs.
So, yeah, F-bombs, things like that. So I found one that I think is pretty good. It's still not completely censored for rock, but we're working on getting a different system set up where we can play something. I know that all the music will be censored, so that if there is an F-bomb or something like that drop, that it's beeped out.
Yeah, basically what he's saying is he's got kind of two trains of thought in his place. And I have a similar thing, I think, here, and then maybe even in my and it just made me think of something. In like legal work, we get a lot of complaints. A lot of times people are upset because I think they have a misunderstanding of what the communication is going to be like with attorneys. So sort of as a slight side note that's going to tie into what you're talking about, we charge for our time on the lawyer side. So when I'm at the law firm, if I spend 6 minutes on the phone with you, you're billed for 6 minutes at a certain hourly rate, right? So that my time is, and it's expensive for the lawyers. We have some support staff that are great and often know more than we do really on the case status. But people so often they want to hear from us, from the lawyer, which is great. But sometimes there's really no update you're going to get from us that you couldn't get from the support staff. My point is this. I think when they come in for the intake, we need to do a better job at explaining the communication and what's expected of the service.
Right.
And so maybe the same thing for you, where when they come in, you explain in the beginning. I think it's harder when you get people in something and then you try to change it and it's different than their expectation when they're in it.
Sure.
So if up front, it's just like this. I'll give you another example. When I go to McDonald's with my family, I expect them to be rude to me. Like, I expect them to be rude.
Why are you going to McDonald's, Jerry?
Well,
you should not be going to McDonald's.
I don't look like you, and there's a reason.
We've been talking about it.
And I'm comfortable with myself, and I enjoy eating a cheeseburger every now and then. I'm not going to kill myself.
Okay, my clients don't pay attention to
But anyway, if we go to McDonald's, just as an example, and I order something, it's going to be wrong. The ice cream machine is not going to work. They're not going to be able to. My wife's going to order some weird coffee drink they're advertising, and they're not going to have it, right? But I expect that. So, like, if I go to McDonald's and they're nice even and screw the order up, I'm like, man, that was a great experience, because my expectation is so low. Yeah. But then counter that if I go to Chick-fil-A, I expect Chick-fil-A every time I go in to be awesome. Service, it's great. They're super quick. They're nice. The food is good. The food is right. Everything's working. It's great. And if I don't get that level of service, well, now I'm disappointed.
Yeah, you tell them, Suzanne.
Their food is nasty.
Yeah, and bad for you.
Some people, but it's cheap. Think about it. People on a budget.
Ben, real quick, we'll go back to that. Ben said, message me tomorrow, Ben. We'll set it up. And thank you. I'm glad you liked it, Mary. She noticed the two.
They're talking about the music. Some of them
two different music.
It's like hard rock for me is the best for me to work out. Last Resort was my max out jam. I don't know what that is. A Disturbed, Down with the Sickness is a great song to work out.
I agree, Ray. I agree. I love listening to that song while I'm working out.
Ray, you just need to come talk to me if you want to punch people in the face. We can set that up.
Yeah.
people paying a flat rate or not paying, expecting more hands-on contact because they don't see a monetary hit for a phone call to the attorney versus the staff. Yeah, I think you're right, Jeremy. And then Brian wants us to engage. I don't know if he means to engage other people or him. So
Brandon said to ignore you. I mean, Brad said for Brandon to ignore you, I guess, on the fast food. Oh, I know what he's referencing. So yeah, I'll call you out right now. Hey, I gotta say, I'm very proud of Brandon Spray. He's one of my clients. He has done amazing. He's done amazing recently. He's lost a ton of weight. He's doing great. He's got a couple of issues right now, but he's still doing amazing, and I'm very, very proud of him. But there's a nice little story with this. A while back, this has been like a good while back, he was talking to me. And, of course, he's on Team Total Fitness, and we were talking about his plans and things like that. I think he was going to do a check-in with me. And he was on the phone with me, and he said, as we're talking about his workout, his diet, and all this and that, he said, hold on just a minute. And he thought he put me on mute, and he didn't. And so he's at the drive-up window of McDonald's, and all I hear is, yeah, I need 2 cheeseburgers. and I just started yelling at him, what are you doing? And he was like, I thought my phone was on mute. So, yeah, I totally called him out, gave him a hard time for like a month. And so did everybody else. And kind of threw him under the bus with it. Yeah.
He's a real nice guy.
But he's doing amazing now. I'm very proud of you, Brandon. You're doing awesome.
I like working out with him. He's real motivating.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes. Brandon's a great guy.
And now Brian said he likes to work out to Enya.
That does not surprise me. Yeah, I know it.
Hey man, some people like to be chill.
I think
I could actually see Brian working.
Yeah, I could too. Yeah, I think it's more of like yoga
or the
music.
Bee Gees maybe.
Yeah.
You still have that Britney CD. Hey man, Britney Spears used to be the bomb back in the day.
Okay.
I think we're like the same age. You know you like NSYNC.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Can't you see me listening to it?
And then Jeremy said Brian does 12-ounce curls with his Enya. You know what I mean.
Yeah, Ben said that he's like, bro, you took all his carbs.
So anyway, we ended up going a little longer with the customer. We really didn't make any point on customer service. I guess what I was saying was, the only...
Well, it's very hard to make every person happy.
Yeah, that's hard. But I do think, again, up front, you give them the proper expectations. So now in the way the new gym is, you explain to the new people, hey, look, this is soft core. This is more hardcore back here. So you can pick your core. You can pick what style you're going to do.
But even, and the thing is, though, is that just because it's more, I guess you could say, hardcore in the back, we're not excluding. I mean, anybody can come back there. We welcome everybody to go back there. We want everybody to go back there. It's just a different type of music and a different environment, I guess. My first song on playlist is Violent J. Can't name the song. Y'all will censor me. I'm not familiar with.
Michael Green said, what are some of the best excuses y'all have heard from clients as to why they can't work out? Well, Go ahead.
My biggest one that I hear all the time, and is a totally invalid excuse, is I have no time. That's the number one. If people cancel or they haven't been in a while, it's, I don't have time. Well, I mean, yeah, you do have time. It's just you choose not to. What is Brian trying to say? Lazy? Yeah.
He's just
honest. At least he's honest. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, I get, we get a couple of things. Like here for the I'm more expensive than you are. Even though we're cheaper across the board than most martial arts schools, I still get price objections. And I think part of that is because people don't see the value. They just don't know. People come in and they've seen like the Karate Kid or something. That's their perception. Or they've watched some movie where people are working out. That's their perception of your gym. And so you have to prove to them, show them the worth when they first come in. And, like me, I've been in martial arts my whole life. The reason that I've been able to do any of the things I've done as a cop or a lawyer or anything, fighting or any of that stuff, was all because of the confidence I got in martial arts from as a child. I started when I was 6. So I feel like I'm a walking billboard on that. And then, of course, you're this big Conan dude, so you're a walking billboard on the success of your stuff, and I just think you got to be able to sell that. And if you do a good job at that, it's hard for people to come up with excuses. But it brings up something I was mentioning to you earlier, and I told the MMA guys earlier that Arnold, there's a thing on him speaking somewhere, and he was talking about how you basically sleep 6 hours, and then you've got 18 hours left in the day to work towards achieving your goals. And if you're
Don't
doing
waste time.
something, if you're doing something in that 18 hours that's not conducive towards achievement of whatever your goals are,
Like
or,
watching TV.
or you're around people that aren't conducive towards achievement of your goals, then you're wasting those 18 hours. And even though
Yes.
Arnold is, some people have different opinions of Arnold. I like Arnold.
I love Arnold.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
He's been he's a very successful businessman, very successful dude. Anyway, and it's a very good point. So if you have goals, instead of making excuses about you don't have time, and I've done the same thing. We've all done it. We've all fallen at some point where we had some excuse about that. But there is time.
Yes.
There is time to do it. You just got to maximize and put it as a priority. Heck, if you watch, what is the comedy show that's real big? Everybody watches. It's 30 minutes.
I don't watch TV really, so
I don't watch
except for Game of Thrones. And that's
you got to watch Game of Thrones, right? You got to prioritize.
Yeah.
and Walking Dead, you got to watch Walking Dead.
Yeah, I do watch that. He was back on. Did you catch that?
I'm current on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Walking Dead.
I was waiting for that to come back.
Man, I can't think of the name of that show. Anyway, if you're watching a 30-minute show, that's 30 minutes you could have been working out.
Yep.
And most of the time, I think we waste time that we could be using towards other stuff.
Yeah.
Or with people that aren't
which Jeremy and Brian, by the way, are talking about 4 hours of nap time during work.
I know.
So
and not 6, 18, 888 balance. They're all. You see, these are the people I'm talking about that I get to work with.
Yeah,
they're supportive of my goals. They're
like, let's sleep while Jerry's telling us how we can grow.
I'm sure that Brian could name some of my personal goals in life.
Yeah,
he knows what I'm trying to accomplish, and he's going to be support. Big Bang Theory. You're right, Jeremy. That's what it was. Thank you. It's Big Bang.
Theory. Going back to you were talking about the our businesses and everything,
mm-hmm.
and one thing that came to my mind was I've had clients come and tell me, and I felt this way when I was a member here
mm-hmm.
at your place. It's kind of the atmosphere that you set,
mm-hmm.
the tone of the atmosphere, and a lot of people like a Total Fitness. And again, we've kind of grouped it into a couple of different areas. We got the Group X room, we got the front area, and then we got the big back area, which is a lot of people like to say is a little bit of a harder area,
mm-hmm.
hardcore area, I guess. They like that atmosphere, and the people that are in those different sections, they really like the atmosphere that we set up. So you kind of got to set that tone, I guess.
Yeah, well,
and a lot of people don't.
Whether they're coming to your place or they're coming to my place,
yeah.
I think one of the things is the fear. And so if you just take the first step and you go either wherever you're interested in, is to get there, you'll see. And I think that's part of what this does is it shows we're just normal guys.
Yeah.
That are interested in. I'm interested in martial arts, and I was at your place today working out.
Yeah.
We like to work out and we like different stuff, but y'all are all welcome to come with us.
Yes.
The group exercises. Are you planning on bringing in? Jeremy wants to know.
Well, right now we have Zumba, and
tell them about tell them about that thing too.
What's that?
The on-demand thing when you get.
Oh yeah. So there is fitness on demand. That's something that we've always had. And that allows you to do a Group X class. I mean, it's got everything you can imagine. It's a virtual class,
mm-hmm.
And it's a system. There's a touchscreen kiosk you can select classes from, and then Brian wants to do synchronized swimming. And there's a projector that comes on, and it's an entire electronic database worth of classes. I mean, anything from it has Zumba on it. It has spin classes, P90X. Classes that are like maybe specific just for abs and glutes or everything you can imagine, yoga, Pilates, but you can do that 24 hours a day. So that's the nice thing. If you can't make, the Zumba class at 6 o'clock because you have a weird work schedule and you get off at 1 in the morning and that's when you want to work out. I mean, you can still do a Zumba class at 1 o'clock in the morning at Total Fitness with our Fitness on Demand system. But getting back to the original question, we're going to try to have some. I know Emma and I were talking. I think she's. This isn't definite yet, but she's interested in possibly teaching some spin classes, and I think she has some kind of high intensity classes that she's possibly wanting to teach. So she's going to be teaching more classes. We're trying to get her schedule all worked out. So stay tuned for that because there will be some more classes. Mary said that her and her girls did the Zumba class Monday, and they loved it. And Emma was great. So thank you for that feedback, Mary. I appreciate
Morgan's one of my MMA girls, and she said she loves Zumba.
Awesome. Well, yeah, come to Total Fitness. You can, like I said, it's free for members. If you sign up, it's free to take the classes. or you can pay a $5 guest pass and get to take the class. And then after the class, if you want to stay and work out and use the facility, you can do that as well.
And I usually wear my thong when I do Zumba. It's just I feel that it it helps things ventilate better.
I mean, he might under his clothing, but please don't think that you're going to see Jerry. I mean, you're going to scare some people. Hey, Jerry, come on now.
They may come with singles.
Now,
if I have dollars.
Maybe.
What's
that movie?
Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike.
It's actually a good movie.
Magic Jason and Jerry.
That's terrible for you to say because people already think.
I know.
But Madeline wanted to watch it, and I didn't want to watch it, and I was like, we watched like Terminator or something.
I told Suzanne to watch it, whether she doesn't want to watch it.
No, but it was really good. It's like hilarious.
Yeah.
It's guy humor.
Yeah.
Like Madeline thought it was terrible, and then at the end, I'm like, oh my god, I just watched this guy stripper movie. It was great.
In the second one, didn't they do? Jeremy said $20 to $20.
Right.
Yeah. In the second one, wasn't it about bodybuilders doing it or something?
I don't remember, but I watched it. I watched it too.
Yeah.
It was good.
You were.
I'm telling you, man, they were both funny movies. I enjoyed them. I'd watch it again. It was really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting on long up here on our.
Yeah.
We might have an actual hour.
We said we weren't.
Jonathan Mooney. Shout out to Jonathan Mooney. Mad
Big
Money.
Moondog.
Mooney.
Oh wait,
he doesn't like
that.
Moondog.
No, I'm sorry.
He doesn't like Moondog.
Not Moondog.
Scratch that. He's Mad
Big
Money
Mooney.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jonathan Mooney is possibly going to help us set up a fan page. I don't really know how any of that works, but he said that we would be able to both have it go live. And like I'm actually recording it now. You can see both of us on the recording screen, so the YouTube one will be better. But our phones that we got set up are not really facilitating for this. And since it seems to be catching some interest, at least we might even get the right equipment to do proper vlogs and stuff. But anyway, you can look. There may be a fan page coming next time. We're going to be talking about a big subject. This big elephant in the room. Steroids. So we want all your comments on the steroids, and then please, comment after this on if there's anything you would like us to talk about, because everything we talked about tonight was something somebody recommended that they wanted to. Whether you're joking or not, we don't care. This is just for fun.
Yeah.
So comment and let us know. Don't forget, if you're interested in high octane martial arts, Huffman Butler Mason Law Firm or Total Fitness Gym, all located in Covington, Tennessee. That you can contact us. Just shoot a Google or a Facebook message or YouTube, whatever. Somehow contact us, and we do give you discounts if you mention that you saw the Savage Hour, and that's how you got a hold of our stuff. And
you can also sign up online at Total Fitness, totalfitness247.com. Mm-hmm. But you can message me. I'd be happy to talk to you or answer questions. Yeah, or come by and see us.
On the YouTube channel, I have all the links and comments and stuff. If you go to Jerry Mason or Kickin Lawyer for the YouTube, and again at our law firm, we have Jeremy Armstrong, who's really a super genius guy. Him and Brian Huffman are both very smart. I joke with them and they pick at me, but they're both very intelligent attorneys. I'm glad to have them. And then Jason's got his son. Of course, Emma's now helping his wife, his daughter. It's family business. And then, go ahead.
I did just want to say, I tell you what, my son and my daughter both are doing great. I mean, they can always use, just like anybody, just like myself, they can use improvement. But hey, a lot of people don't understand. They've really had to adapt because they've taken on more responsibility, more time. And they're doing a great job, especially because they're having to put up with me as their boss all the time. So, I mean, if you see Jeffrey and Abigail at Total Fitness, you might want to give them some encouragement because if for no other reason, they have me as their boss, and I'm sure that sucks.
And then, of course, I want to Erica Lindsay and Heather and Dustin McLemore and Dayon Holland. They're all there's a bunch of other instructors. I had several of them here tonight. They're all really great folks, and they really help me a lot to keep the high octane martial arts running because I'm here pretty much three days a week, and then they're running it for me the rest of the time so that I can be Mr. Lawyer Man. So if you see them, if you come to the martial arts school, tell them thanks for me too, and that we appreciate all their effort. But we'd love to have you at either place. So if you're interested, give us a call. Let us know what you want to talk about next time. Let's see, for next week, does facial hair affect your squat max? I think it helps.
Probably so.
Yeah, I think it does increase. We ought to do a test on that.
Hey, look, somebody said she loves my wife.
Had her
in high school. Awesome, yeah.
That's Morgan, the MMA chick.
Okay, cool.
I hope you don't not offended when I call you the MMA chick, Morgan. I hope that's okay. But
yeah.
anything else?
I think that's it.
Cool. All right. Well,
so
thank you guys for watching,
yes.
and hopefully we'll see you next Thursday.
Y'all have a great night.
Savage Hour.
Yes, it's going to be a great show.
Now, real quick on this one, we didn't catch the intro, so we just got to be like, hey guys, how you doing? This is J&J Savage Hour, episode 4.
Gotcha.
It's recording already.
Damn, what happened? My phone died? Did your phone die too?
I guess. Damn, I guess it did.
They both died right as we
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome to J&J Savage Hour, episode 4.
Yes.
Now, some of you folks are going to you watched on the live feed, you're going to see a tour of the facility, why you should watch it live. And the rest of you get to see the rest of the stuff right after that.